the biggest challenges facing Minnesota is the achievement gap between black and white students.
Yeah, despite having an overall high ranking when it comes to testing and graduation rates, there is a gap between achievement and opportunity between minority and low-income students.
So joining us now is Michael Walker. He's the director of the Office of Black Student Achievement within Minneapolis Public Schools. He's also one of our mid-morning contributors. Michael, thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I know the office started back in 2014, and you were really handpicked because of your experience in education to be director of this office. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, for sure. But I would like to first start off by using our mission statement. Kind of grounds us and center us in the work that we do. It goes, we exist to awaken the greatness within black males in MPS, to have them determined to believe and achieve success as defined by their own values and dreams. And that's really important because that centers us in the work that we are attending to accomplish within the school system. And what we have to realize is that right now our office has expanded from black males now to all black students within our system. But it started off with black male students to try to change the academic outcomes. I'm very mindful of sharing those negative outcomes because, as I shared before, the students are watching, and if they continue to hear these negative data points, it may increase their stereotype threat of what Claude Steele talks about. And so we try to put the positive spin on everything that we do.
It seems, Michael, that believing and achieving is something that's maybe a little bit easier said than done. So what kind of deliberate efforts have to go into play in order for the level playing field to be leveled? Is it as simple as something like more representation among teachers, or is it like cultural understanding for those who did come from different backgrounds? What is it?
I think all those are correct. What I would say is, so we don't really subscribe to the statement of achievement gap. We just subscribe to belief gap. And really the reason why that is that we know that in other areas of in their lives, our black students are being successful and are achieving. It's just so happened in this realm around education, it's a difficult component to achieving in that. And that goes back to how our students are treated and what the adults believe about who they are. So we subscribe to this belief gap of what do adults believe students are capable of accomplishing, and that's how they will treat and educate those students.
Because this is a group effort. I mean, it's not just on the students here. We're talking about teachers, parents, community, and the kids there.
Yes, we want to make sure that everybody has the same component of that. We see our black students as assets and not deficits, right? While we are talking about this, we know that we need to raise test scores and graduation rates, but we also need to ensure that we are holding the mental capacity of our students, meaning how do they feel when they enter our spaces, when they enter our buildings? As we are clearly aware of, there's a disproportionality of suspensions and referrals out of class for our black students, which can put a space in that I'm not welcomed in this space. There's also times when their stories, their narratives are not highlighted or centered within our educational realm because we have a Eurocentric curriculum that centers whiteness. And so we got to be mindful of those things, of how we can be sending messages to our students unintentionally.
Has that message changed at all right now during the COVID-19 era, where so many of these kids are, doing their distance learning, and maybe the gap there is wider for some students versus others?
Well, we know when we have a situation where students who are traditionally marginalized, when you have this distance learning, they can be further marginalized. Obviously, there's technology issues. One segment that I did a few weeks back, I talked about how the families may be in those service-facing positions or jobs. And so now you don't have parents that may not be at home to support the younger students in getting their academic needs met. And so now you have an older sibling that may be taking on that role. So all those things compounded can widen the gap. So we have to be mindful as educators of what we are doing during this time to ensure that our students are getting the resources that they need, but we are also leading with grace and being mindful of how we are expecting them to accomplish some of the tasks and homework.
And making sure what they need now, but also in the future. The Office of Black Student Achievement has scholarships if people would like to help out as the students graduate from Minneapolis Public Schools.
Yes, for sure. We do award scholarships to our graduating seniors, and those scholarships, we use Achieve Minneapolis as our host for funding. And so these scholarships can be utilized any way that students need to. So we don't look at college or post-secondary as going to a four-year college. They can use this as any part of their academic achievement going further. So they can go to trade school, they can go to barber school, those sorts of things, as well as just a 4-year or 2-year college or university.
Right, and you can find that information on your website. We'll be sure to put it on ours as well. Michael Walker with the Office of Black Student Achievement with Minneapolis Public Schools. Thanks so much for sharing your time with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, thank you.